Hello and welcome to I Want to Grow, and I Want to Grow is all about that. It's about our growth, right? Everybody wants to grow. But this week we're celebrating something very, very special, and it's 90 years of the British Council, and they do so much for other people. So they're the perfect guest and the perfect reason why we should be celebrating them. And today we've got two special guests. We've got Nasser and we've got Kurt. Please introduce yourselves and tell us what you do.
Thank you, Nasser. My name is Kurt Meister. I'm the executive director from the Qatar Philharmonic Orchestra, and I had the great honor to create the orchestra from the scratch, and I'm very happy to be in Qatar.
Oh, I'm very happy to be in Qatar too. I've been here nearly 16 years, so it's something. It's our home now, right? Yeah, Nasser.
Dr. Nasser Sahim. I'm the deputy executive director. I'm operating the operational team and the marketing team. Also, I'm a composer working together with the orchestra and under the supervision of Mr. Meister, who support the talent Qataris and the music in Qatar to develop and to send an excellent message to our community in Doha and about the people, about the music, how it's important, how it can be developed. An ensemble of Qataris who became now an artist within this organization.
It's one of the questions I wanted to ask you first off, because you said you're a composer.
Yeah.
Not only a composer, a very good composer.
Oh, this podcast is going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
I love
really,
the interaction. He's a very good composer.
And he has something new created, the combination between Western orchestra and Arabic instruments, which fits very well. As you know, it's not quite easy with the quarter tones, but he found a solution that it sounds perfect, and he created music from famous melodies, Arab melodies. But he should tell you, he knows it better.
Yeah, I mean, part of focusing about musical heritage in Qatar and how to deliver our music culture to different countries and to the world, especially where we have like an orchestra here, which it's practiced to play a different type of music, a classical program, film program, modern music, all such of different type of music, while Mr. Meister was very focused to deliver a different style, a different type of music in Qatar, to educate the people about the music and to be interfering for the schools, to the community through all these such of wonderful programs.
I'm going to stay here because I think it's fascinating, right? Is that he's giving you back a compliment to say you were able to kind of create this and help him create and inspire. Yes.
He is the root, because without his knowledge, without his supervision, it will not reach that level, because he has to be open-minded, he has to be, as he's an artist also, he understands how it's important that when we are in Qatar, like discovering new music, and it's not like a music which we have here. So this is very important for such of a person has experience and share his experience with us in Qatar.
Yeah, but it's you as well, developing new skills, right? And
an example.
Yeah. I love this. I love this, how that team. And we talked about the orchestra, because I've been there. I've been to your orchestra several times. I've been. I want to get more.
What
is
your favorite music?
I've got to say, I know it was Andre Botticelli.
Jelly, right? Yes.
I probably pronounced it wrong, but I just felt that, and this is what I thought, because I didn't know what to expect from your orchestra. I knew that you were here. I knew several team players of that orchestra, but I didn't really know what standard you're at. And that really must have been, that was a pinnacle. I would say that was where I felt really proud of you, because you're getting up with a world famous singer. And I loved the way that everything just flowed really nicely. And I loved the encore at the end, where everybody culminated in such joy, right? So it's probably my best one, but I did like the film. I like everything that you do, to be quite honest with you, because I don't know, you must be like a famous football manager. Even more so, because they've only got 11 players. They've got more in the team, right? With all the back. But your precision in bringing all that team together is quite remarkable.
You know, we have here a possibility which you don't have in Europe, mostly not. Because here we have just one orchestra. In Europe we have an orchestra for symphonies, for the operas, film music, and all kinds of music, special orchestras. Here we have to perform everything. So it's challenging for the musicians, but it makes more fun. We have always, it's interesting, it's never boring. I think it's also one of the reasons why the orchestra and the musicians stay and don't run away.
Yeah, but it's that foresight with the foresight of the powers to be here that's probably kept you all together, right? They've seen the belief, and they've seen the what you're creating. It must be something special for them too.
The problem was, of course, from the beginning, 2007, when we announced and published the positions, nobody knew what can be expected. And to be honest, sorry, Nasser, you know, when you asked 2007 somebody, do you know Doha? Everybody said, Doha, where is Doha? No, it was not known. Now it's in every mouth, everybody knows it. And it was not quite easy. I was a little bit frightened that we don't get enough applications. But at least we had 3,200, and we listened to 2,600 musicians, and at least then we have the full orchestra. It was very, very thankful.
Let me talk about that pressure when you thought that whether you made the right choice or was it a mistake. That was must have been a lot of pressure at that time.
No, I was, sometimes I couldn't sleep because I thought, hopefully I get enough applications. And what happens if there are just 500 people, musicians asking for a job? But at least I was very happy.
Nasser, how do you feel being a part of this and bringing a different side of the culture in?
It's you know, the difficulty is not like only from the beginning. It's difficulty how you continue having the same level, and when you're hiring new staff, so they still interesting to come to Qatar and to be part of young orchestra, which is like it's 16 years old. So always they're going to the famous orchestras, always to the famous, you know, big names. But today QPO, by the achievement which has happened in the past, it's known everywhere. So the people, they want to challenge themselves to come here, because they know, as Mr. Meister, he says, we're not playing classic only. We don't play only opera. We play Arabic music. We play traditional music. So this gives them an extra idea about what is, like some musicians, they are searching for a new way of music. Mm-hmm. They want to develop themselves, their skills, their knowledge, to understand more heritage, more musical forms. So all these things is important for them to come here to get experience with our orchestra, which is we Mr. Meister, like vision. I think it's really successful.
I'm feeling the energy right now from you two. You're so proud of what you've done. You really are so proud of what you've done, and I can feel it.
Yeah, I tell you something. Okay, our audience in Doha, they know us, but nobody knew the orchestra outside of Doha. So we were invited to BBC, to Brahms concert, and it was really full, sold out, totally sold out. And in one review was that we didn't expect this high level of orchestra. This concert belongs to the 10 best of the season, and this in London. So, and nobody has expected. We had the same situation in Austria, in Linz, for the Bruckner Festival, also very famous, Berlin Philharmonic, New York Philharmonic, everybody is performing there. And they said, oh, we didn't know what we can expect, but now you're invited all the time, we will come back. So that gives really a good feeling, though.
And that puts Qatar on the map too, right?
You're right. It's opened a door for more interaction between the different artists in the region and the neighbors from different countries, and also where our neighbors comes to see all these activities, because we are only the orchestra in the region who can deliver all this type of music.
And it just puts and to listen to where you've come from, there is so much painstakingly importance in and attention to detail and getting everybody to be one unit. It's staggering the amount of work that must have been put in.
Now, you know, and the democracy doesn't exist in music. There's just one person who gives a speed and then you must follow. And I think this sometimes, yeah, it's quite strong and yeah.
How important on some of these projects is the British Council been?
I can tell you something. When we started the orchestra, as I told you, we were very young musicians. They didn't have a lot of experience because they came sometimes direct from the high school, so they had not a lot of experience of compositions. They didn't play so many compositions. And in the meantime, so we started with no British composers. In the meantime, we have performed so many times British compositions. I think that's also something from British Council, because they ask sometimes, can we do something together? Is there a possibility? And we found a way to, and I think we always, at least we discuss programs, but today it's British composers, the orchestra very familiar with them.
Yeah.
That's thanks to British Council.
Wow. They are one of the things that I've noticed with the British Council in just the time. I'm really proud of the UK, but I'm even more proud of the British Council because of those ripples that they've created. They're not just ripples anymore, they're actually waves. And when I hear the types of things that they've done with you guys and the orchestra, and bringing in over composers and bringing in different masters, helping young students that haven't had any experience with playing, it's quite phenomenal with what you're doing and achieving here.
But on the other side, I must tell you, it was very special. We made one open air Night of the Proms here in Doha, very successful. And the British ambassador was one of the soloists.
Oh my word!
He was also performing. It was very, very nice.
Yeah. I find it, I do. I literally, this week has been so rewarding for me because I've got to see these messages, and especially from Qataris, right? Because I had one lady, and I keep on saying this, but one lady was, I suppose she got a certificate from the British Council, and she's been working with them ever since.
And also, we have experience with them and the culture here between Qatar and Britain. So there is music from Qatari's composer was performed during this event, and from there it's opened the door for us as a composers. There is also invitation came from the British Institute to me as a person to attend a workshop about the different type of music, compositions, silent movies, music, such a experience we had there. And also there's a workshop and conference was happened also in regard of the orchestra development, the youth orchestras careers, and choosing employees in these orchestras, and how can you develop your organization while building the network connection. It was very, very useful and very, really excellent.
And I'm going to say, Dr. Nasser, how important has that been to you, that support?
First of all, opening a network between us and between Qatar and UK, in a door of choosing artists, comparing our organization with the different musical institutes, for young orchestra, the Philharmonic Orchestra, how they do the marketing style, how they do a conference to gather the others to see what they could have and what has happened in the past, how these orchestras step from step 1 to step 10, for example. So all these things is very important for us as an orchestra, because we can see different style, different way of organizing all these documentation, choosing employees, choosing artists, auditions. All these things is important to see what we did, what's our style and their styles.
But it strikes me how because I was literally thinking about the musicians, but there must be a massive section that's organizing everything. It's just not the musicians turning up. It's the organization side of it. Going to different places. Is it suitable?
Is the way of choosing, the way of the auditions, the music which they perform, concert halls, logistics.
Yeah.
So such of an excellent experience.
Sometimes we underestimate that side, right? And it looks like you've got it pretty much in control.
Sometimes it's really difficult. One of the important things is to have the right venue for the program. For example, now you said you have visited the last time, attended the concert with the film music, and we had a movie in the screen behind the orchestra. This theater is closed for maintenance, and we have in the hall, we cannot show the movies. It's a pity, but it should be more interesting for the audience with the screen. So you see, it's always something is going on, and then you must really take care that you have the right decision and have the can you imagine you have a program with a choir and then it's just the venue is too small, the stage you cannot fit. It makes no sense. You must really take care.
But you've got some pretty good venues here in Qatar.
Yeah, for yesterday we had Opera House. I like the Opera House, to be honest, because you have, and also the audience, like everything is culture. You go around, you have coffee shops, you have galleries, you can everything. And I think that's important to have not only a concert and switch light off and go home. It must be more than not only the music.
Yeah. And how difficult when you go to, because the one in this arena in Lusail, it was made for sports. How was that for trying to put a music event on there?
I think a challenge for them to install everything, amplification and the trees and whatever. They did a very good job, very professional.
It was extremely good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Me and my wife are still talking about it to this day.
Yeah, because to deal with the sound, especially for the open air concert or in the different out of concert halls, there is a challenges of echoes, of reverb. Sound goes back and all these things and effects. It will be destroying, or the challenge for the sound engineer and for the conductor as well.
I remember we had the concert with British Council, the Brahms concert here in Doha, and we had a sandstorm 1 hour before. We had to cancel the concert. It was everything, no chance to perform. So it's not quite easy.
And which are the best places? Which are the breathtaking places that you've played here in Qatar with the orchestra?
As if, for example, if you have something with a choir or another composition, he needs a lot of space on stage, and it would make no sense to have a small hall. So, because we expect also a lot of audience for that kind of music, so we have the Al-Mayasa hall in the Queen Sisi. But you must arrange everything. A stage must be arranged, and it needs time. It costs money. That's the other thing. But for such projects, it's the best hall now.
And Dr. Nasser, what's it like when you just saying your compilation is being played with the choir? What was it like when you first heard the first time? It's
to involve a choir within the orchestra style and within this stage, to experience them with a different style of music, something new for them, for the audience as well. And to come in QCC and Mayasa Theater for such a huge event, like when we do something related to the sea songs, for example, we have like a 30 choir, plus we have the Khaliji drummers, our local drummers, which they took it from the heritage and they perform it with the orchestra. So definitely you need to give them space that they could perform and they can deliver the sound to the audience, and the audience to see them really in the very excellent shape. And all these small details is really important for even the composer and to show the image of the orchestra to the audience, plus the quality, the sound, how it's delivered to the audience. Then the atmosphere of the performance itself. So all these details is important to deliver a quality concert to audience, especially when you give them something new for folk, or you give them Arabic program like something from series music or something, or you give them something classic, or you give them night of Beethoven number 9 with a 110
20.
20 choir. It was, I mean, if you saw them, if you just sit in the audience place and you see this view, you see, oh my God, how beautiful it is.
With and I'm going to ask the last question. Well, I've got some questions on the British Council, but what is it like bringing that culture to life with experts like Kurt and the British Council?
Lots of things. First of all, like the performance which we did earlier with the British Council together. We have also a pianist by British Council. He performed with us. All these things. The important for QPO is to deliver not just like a classic or modern or a baroque era or a romantic era. It's the challenge that we have to give our local a different style, a different program, an important soloist, important pieces, as Mr. Meister he says. So to be more collaboration with the British Council, with the other concerts, to make sure that we are bringing a different style, a different program from all around the world for our local and for our audience also, to show them that what you travel to attend, it's already here. You can find it here. You can hear it with our orchestra, with a high quality, with a soloist came from these countries to Qatar to present their culture through this channel, because QPO is like a mirror of the culture. So it's give you can see through this mirror all these cultures here in Doha. So that's our goal, to make a multi different style and to present to our audience and to the people, also for the tourists, people who comes here. They can listen to the different style of program, different. If they want something from the heritage here, they will find. They want from the film music, they will find. They want from, for example, from British. They want from Germany. They want from Austria. So we present all the eras of the music. Plus, we give something for the film music. We give something for modern music, Arabic music. So we are performing in everywhere, in the library, for the people who goes there also to find something. We give them a different style of music also for their knowledge that we are there. This ensemble comes to give you little brief about what we are presenting.
I think the orchestra is really something special. I tell you why. Because as I remember, the first conductor who performed the inaugural concert was Lorin Marcel. Perhaps you know the name. Lorin Marcel was music director from New York Philharmonic, Berlin Philharmonic, and he conducted the first concert, and not only the first, about 20 more. And he said, this orchestra is really unique. If you look to the eyes of the musicians, they have still stars in their eyes. And I think that's really something really special, because we started all together. And it's in opposite to other orchestras, we are a family. We are a really big family. And you can notice that the atmosphere is different. And many very famous soloists they have not to come to Doha. They can play with Berlin Philharmonic, New York Philharmonic, whatever. But they come, the atmosphere is good, the music everything is perfect. And this is, I think, something special for QPO.
You know, and it's funny you should say this, because I was going to say at one stage, I see the stars in your eyes when you're talking to me. You know, that's when I know we've got a good podcast, is because I see the stars come out in the eyes, the glistening and the smile. And you two gents and you deserve to have those, by the way. You really do deserve to have those, because you've done a phenomenal job.
We approach all these things or all these achievements because of the collaboration. British Council, they did a lot. They present a lot of artists, very supportive. sharing with us their contact, their network, their proposals, artistical proposal for us, and they are very active of supporting art in Qatar, which is we highly appreciate this point from the British Council.
Wonderful, wonderful words, and they're going to love every second of that. Thank you so much indeed for that. I've got one question to ask the two of you. If there was one word that you could sum up the British Council, what would it be?
Excellent.
Very good.
I can add with excellent. It's really difficult to have a word for these things because they do a bunch of things. But I can see like they are building an excellent interaction, this is really important.
Nice one. Thank you so much, gents. You are two special, special people, and I can't wait to come and see the next concert. I really can.